Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, first things first, if I sound like I'm getting distracted, it's because I am. I'm currently trying to organize all the wires and stuff underneath my computer, and yeah, it's a lot, it's like from consoles, from PC, to PCs, what else? Controllers, it's a lot, but no, overall, I wanted to talk on the time when I had to fix my, I had a speech problem growing up when I was a kid, and, I feel like I was like it's kind of like a double negative situation what I just said, when I grew up, like, as a kid, like, okay, when I was growing up, I had a speech problem. Okay, there we go, that sounds a lot better, but, no, it's crazy because the thing is like, I knew about it because it was like, I could see it. Like, you could visibly see, like, the speech problem and stuff. And I'm going to explain it here in a moment. But I didn't get it fixed until I was 11. But this was something that I had been seeing pretty much my whole life and stuff. So, anyways, pretty much, my tongue was anchored down to the bottom of my mouth. I can't remember how the doctor described it, but it's called something, but I can't think of the name because it was so long ago and stuff. But so anyways, yeah, my tongue was pretty much like anchored down to the bottom of my mouth. Like, there was a piece of my like tongue that was like, that you will more so see like underneath the tongue, but it extended all the way out until like, not like the back of my teeth, but like right at like that gum part of the back of my teeth. And so like at the bottom. But yeah, it was like there was certain words that I could not say and stuff. And I felt like for a minute, it was like it was getting ready to happen. But I'm like, bro, I had this happen to me in years. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can talk, bro. But anyways, no, there were certain words that I could not say. And it was mainly words that started with an R. So like, if somebody were to be all like, Tyler, you gotta land on, what's that, property on Monopoly? It's like something railroad. I feel like it's not like, the crazy thing is, it ain't there no more. Like, I could have railroad. Okay, so there we go. I could say it faster and things, But anyways, that's my top speed though on saying words all fast and things. But anyways. But, no, it'll be like railroad, or if it was like something else that started with an, R or something. Even my own name, bro, like, it was my own name. People asked me, oh, what's your name? And I was like, it sounded like I had more so of a country accent, like, it sounded like I think, because in reality, in my head, so that's the crazy thing about it, in my head, I'm saying Tyler, I'm saying railroad, I am saying, freaking, racks, or what are some other, rainbow or something, I'm saying the word, like, how it should be said in my head, but when I would speak it out loud and say it to people, yeah, it was a problem, and it was something where I was like, I can think back on like memories when I was a kid before I because I had to get surgery. So I'll explain the surgery part in a moment. I'm trying to think if I ever did talk on this. I feel like I have mentioned it, but I haven't really like did a full episode talking. If I did, it was a long time ago. So I guess, for the newer subscribers and followers of my podcast, it's a remake, because I feel like I didn't really talk on it as much and stuff. So, but anyways, so pretty much, throughout my childhood, I had this speech problem. And it wasn't until I was 11 when I was sitting, because like other teachers and people, they can hear it too, so they thought like, oh, maybe they can put me in like in a speech class or something to help me with it and things, like it would, they figure it out. And so there was this one teacher, and she was honestly the dopest teacher. Like, she was in my middle school and at my high school, and she was just helping kids with like speech problems and stuff. And so anyways, I remember when they put me off in her, like, it was like a class. So they took me out of my normal classes just so they can help me with my speech. Like, that's how bad it was and stuff. So anyways, there was one day I remember when, because I hadn't hanging out with her until I got into middle school. I'm trying to think. if I did anything along those lines. When I remember doing it at the first elementary school that I went to, but the second one, I don't know. I don't think we did anything speech related, and it didn't start really because I only had went to that school for a year and stuff. So because it was like by that time my family moved, and so yeah, I only had like 1 year left in elementary, and then by that time when I got into middle school, then yeah, that's when they had all that stuff figured out and stuff. Man, I'm telling you, 11-year-old me, he was going through it. I had to get glasses. I had to fix this speech problem. What other? Oh, and then I'm going to a brand new like line of school and stuff. Like this is the first time I'm actually going to like a much more higher school and things. I'm going to middle school. Like no, middle school me, he was going through it. So, anyways, I'm not gonna name this teacher, just for protective reasons, but I am going to give her credit for figuring this out. So yes, there was a day where we were sitting down figuring out the speech stuff, and then that's when she asked me. I think she was all like, "Hey, can you just open up your mouth real quick?" So I did. I was like, okay, she don't seem like the type to play a trick on somebody and things. So I'm all like, all right, yeah, sure, no problem. So anyways, I did that, and then that's when she was like, oh, I now see the problem. So she holds this mirror off, like just in front of my face to show me. She was like, "Do you see like that line at your tongue and stuff that's like going pretty much like past your tongue and like at the like bottom, like in your gum area and stuff?" I was like, "Yeah." Like I was like, "I've always have seen that. What's wrong with it?" And then that's when she had like told me, she was like, "That's the reason why you have like such an issue saying certain words and stuff." Because it was like, yeah, we could be here for the rest of your life. You will never ever in life say anything properly that starts with an R. T's, W's, Q's, X's, freaking every other letter in the book. But it would not work out with R's. And that would be me for the rest of my life. So she ended up telling my mom about it, and then that's when she ended up scheduling some surgery. So, or actually, you know what? No. So originally, I thought it was just going to be a meetup. So that's what I thought it was going to be and stuff. So anyways, the doctor, he must have thought like my whole tongue was anchored down to the bottom of my mouth. I guess like maybe we should have been a little bit more descriptive and stuff and like show them or took pictures or whatever. But so anyways, so I remember like when we went into the doctor's office and kind of sitting there for a moment. I wasn't like nervous because I thought it was just going to be a checkup. I thought he was just going to look at it, then we were going to schedule some stuff. So anyways, doctor calls me and my mom in, and then he's kind of just observing, looking at it and all that. He's like, "We could actually do this surgery right now." So I'm like, at this point, like now my blood is rushing. Now I'm a little excited. Now I'm a little, nervous and stuff. Like I got a lot going on at the moment and things. And no, I was just all like, "Oh yeah, sure." I'm like, "Yeah, no, let's do it." I definitely want to do it and things. And so then yeah, he's getting ready, and then that's when it started hitting me that I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute now, like this is really happening and things." And so this was the part, because for those that don't know, my mom, she can't like take things or hear things that sound nasty. So this doctor, he pretty much just shut down any sort of support from my mom. But I think it was probably for the best, because so this is what he says. So he was all like, "Oh," so he's setting me up, putting like stuff all like around me and things, and he's just like, "Okay, so I must warn you that at some point in time it's probably gonna start smelling like barbecue in here." So to explain that, what do you mean it's gonna smell like barbecue? I guess like for those that are a little bit confused. So he had to numb up that area, and then he had to use like I don't know if it was like a laser or a heat gun. He used something to like pretty much melt that part of my tongue down. Because it was underneath my tongue, so it wasn't like it was going to hurt my tongue or anything. And so anyways, that's what it just set my mom off. She was like, "Oh no, I can't be around this and stuff." So yeah, my mom, she was on the other, because I'd have to say that was a really big doctor's room. I mean, it was in Seattle. Dang, Seattle doctors, they got it going on. They got like it was like it was like 2 doctor rooms put together. Like it was a relatively big doctor room. All right, so but anyways. Yeah, so at one so they're getting me all ready. They numbed up the area and stuff. And then yeah, then they start lasering it down and things. So I was awake throughout the whole procedure. I guess, like, because I know people were like, wait, were you asleep? Were you? No, I was awake. Whole procedure. Did not close my eyes under any circumstances whatsoever. Like, I was awake and aware. So I didn't really feel nothing like happening to my tongue. Like, I didn't feel like no pain. I felt like the heat of the laser thing or whatever, but other than that, it was like, no, I didn't feel like no pain whatsoever, because whatever they used to numb up that area of my tongue, bro, I'm telling you, that was some good numbing stuff. So procedure didn't even last that long either. Like, they chopped it, not chopped, but they pretty much like just cut that area of my tongue and things. And then yeah, then at that point I was just like, oh, okay, like this is what it feels like to, because, bro, when I tell you guys, like, I can only lift up the side of my tongue. Like, the front part of my tongue was anchored down to the bottom of my mouth. The sides can lift up. Like, bro, you would have thought that, what was that guy's name from Kiss? Like, I feel like it's like something Simmons or something. Hold on for a second. Let me Kiss a band. I feel like I know who it is, but Gene Simmons. Okay, so I was like, I just wanted to make sure of it. That I was like, I knew that it was his name, but I was like, okay, let me just, make sure of it that that's that man's name. So, but oh yeah, bro, I was going crazy with my. Okay, I'm like, now I felt it. It sounds a little perverted. Okay, I wasn't going crazy with my tongue, but I was just, it just welcomed me to a whole new world and stuff of, like, I was getting ready to say a whole new world of tongue play, and I'm like, that still sounds perverted. And I'm like, no, ain't no tongue play going on. Not at no 11. All right. So, but anyways, so I remember going back to school, and then the teacher, she was the one that discovered it and stuff. So yeah, I still had to like go back to practice, because my tongue was still like used to just being like just flat laid out the bottom of my mouth, and not saying certain words and stuff. So I really had to make sure of it, that my tongue was involved in things, because yeah, it was like, it took, and I don't even really think it took that long too. I think maybe within that year, if not 7th grade, it was at some point in time, like, because I was seeing her like I had to say maybe a couple of times, few times a week, and then eventually it just got to a point where I was seeing her maybe like once a week, just to kind of check and see how things is going. And then eventually it was just, like, I never was, I'm trying to think throughout 8th grade, because 7th grade I don't really remember, but I think for sure throughout 8th grade, no, I wasn't even seeing her anymore. Like, I see her around the school and just, say hi, what's up, and that's about it. But yeah, that was about it. I think it was high school where no, like, yeah, I was just visiting her at that point, just seeing how everything was going and stuff. Cause she was a cool teacher. She was one of those teachers where I was all like, nah, like, you got that respect from me, where it's like, even after the fact of me graduating, I'm an adult now and all that, I still will call her by her last name, just out of respect. She can look me in the face and be all like, oh no, you can call me by you graduated. You're not a kid anymore. You're an adult. We have that mutual. I'm like, no, because I got respect for you. Any other teacher I don't have respect for, I will call them by their first name, and I will not bat an eye about it. You, on the other hand, I respect you, so I am gonna be respectful, and I am gonna call you. I don't know, maybe if it was like a blessing or something where I get to call her by her first name, then okay. But if not, I'm like, yeah, bro, no, you still getting called by your. I should see if she has a Facebook, because I'm like, I don't even think if she does, then I'm like, yeah, I would definitely like to just message her or add her or something and see how everything is going and things. But nah, man, she was a cool teacher. She was a really cool teacher. It's one of those teachers where I'm all like, you could tell that she really cared about students and stuff. I mean, going as far as to like help them with a speech problem. I'm like, yeah, that's why it's like, it's those things where I'm like, nah, I think if a kid can see that, like, you're very caring, yeah, that kid, he tends to have he or she tends to have a liking towards that teacher and stuff. And I'm like, there are some teachers where I'm all like, they're caring, or they don't look at me, it's like a student teacher. It's like, it's just, well, I mean, obviously, yes, it is a student teacher, like, friendship thing. But at the same time, it's like, if I talk about something outside of school, like, there was the one teacher that had actually, I think she was like right next door to that speech class. But she was a math teacher, and I remember she said that in class, like, she was a fan of rap music, and wrestling. And I'm like, fam, that is right up my alley. So at that point, I was like, I had a respect for her, because I'm like, she's kind of opening up. She's like, this is my class, so I'm gonna treat it like it's my class. And I think a lot of teachers need to look at it like that. It's like, but don't look at it as like a power thing. Just look at it as like it's like a respect thing. Where it's just, yeah, you just ain't gonna go into like talking to a student. You ain't gonna just go in the classroom and start being disrespectful. So I'm not saying that kids just go into classrooms being disrespectful, but it's like, just relate in a way to the kid. So, but anyways, but yeah, overall though, I had a speech problem from birth, because it was there since birth, all the way up until I was 11 years old. And so, yeah, man, it was a problem, but nah, eventually I got it all worked out and stuff. So now I can say my words with, R's. I could say the letter R and stuff, because I feel like, yeah, if I was saying the alphabets, like, I didn't say R, I say like, or something, like, they were like, so it sounded like I had like an accent, but I'm like, I'm from Seattle, like, I don't have no accent. There ain't no such thing as a Seattle accent and stuff. Like, yeah, maybe a West Coast accent, but yeah, Seattle, like, there ain't no accents out here and stuff. So yeah, man, it was pretty crazy and stuff. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.